just say and the section where it's at. The other board members were in line on page 10635, the fourth paragraph, where the earmark has the 50 the next paragraph. So I want to give that to the board. And then Child's Council Vice that and the Peter was actually that show I eat them. I eat them. I eat them. This was the first part of that meeting, so that we have some people who are not voting.
Well, I wasn't in that involved in the meeting, so I'm not sure who's the minutes of it.
So we have three that are passing and three that are approving. Okay. The next item is with regard to the minutes of the special session of the meeting on May 8th. Okay. Motion by Mr. Hahn and a second by second that motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, say nay. Okay. The next item is the opportunity for public comment. Several people have signed up. And when I call your name, would you please come up and state your full name and your address, please? The first one is Deborah Logan.
Hello, my name is Deborah Logan. I'm a high school math teacher. My address is 642 John Avenue, Evanston. I want to tell you a little bit about who I am. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in mathematics. I have a master's degree in teaching. I have a fellowship in the Casualty Actuarial Society, and I spent 15 successful years in the insurance industry before I decided that I wanted to become a teacher in order to make a difference in our children's lives. 5.5 years ago, I started working at Waukegan because you guys are the only people who had no sleep in January. I stayed because of the kids. When I got there, half of our kids were graduating without seeing an algebra classroom. We changed that. We implemented Algebra 1 over 2 years. We continue to maintain similar passing rates, but we are still not performing at the level we need to perform well on the Prairie State. Last spring, as a department, we decided to drop the algebra over 2 years and put together an essentials curriculum so that our students could get into an advanced algebra class by their junior year so they would be able to perform as needed to meet state standards. All year we've been waiting for money from the district to develop the curriculum. In February, we submitted our course offerings to the Lincoln Center, which included the essentials curriculum. It was published and put into the course offerings. The students signed up to the classes. Slightly over 1 month ago, we were told by Lincoln Center that these courses did not exist and they'd never heard of them before. We asked them to come and speak with us. Dr. Kirby arrived. Halfway through, Dr. Lamping and Mr. Guerra arrived. explained the entire situation. They asked would they please reinstate our program. They again reiterated they'd never heard of it before. Dr. Kirby said she would take it under advisement. Since then, 2 meetings have been canceled, or excuse me, 1 meeting was canceled and the other they refused to discuss the program. Friday, my boss and I spent the entire day putting this together so that he could go meet with them yesterday. They refused to discuss the program. This is the meeting that was set on Wednesday, where Dr. Kirby is finally attempting to put together a committee to look at the problem. They've responded to our concerns about AP courses because we got the parents to call, and they've dealt with it. This is about the kids who don't have the parents that are going to call. These are the kids that need what we can give them. I respectfully ask the board to direct the administration to deal with this issue immediately, otherwise in 2 weeks I will be on the proper agenda and I will have the entire thing ready to lay out for you. I have anything you could possibly need. I just want them to address the issue and resolve it. The entire high school is held up. They can't do any scheduling until this issue is I think I've hit my 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we have an answer. Dr. Linton, would you be so kind as to share?
One of the process, we did not get involved into the essentials until late in the game, which was in February, which is correct. The reason it did not go before the committee to review course overloads is because it's not a course overload, it's a new course. In that process, we are going to establish a committee to review new courses, but it's not an overload section. It's not an overload situation because the course didn't exist before. The reason it did go into the student offering bulletin, but there was no prior approval of it going in. And there was some concern, so it was held up once we found out it was in the bulletin.
Okay, question. You say there was a committee being formed. A committee has already been formed, from what I hear. The committee is already formed.
For appeals to course overload.
The committee got to see that. So what I just heard, the committee has already been formed.
Committee is formed.
The committee was formed at the high school level by the math.
Well, that's the work and that's what it needs to do with the
And
administration.
so I am, excuse me, I'm not pretty sure. And so
Only a comment portion. And I think that we should refer this to discussion between the parties that are involved. Because this time right here is for comments, not to get into a discussion. This is just comments from the audience. And we will have this matter checked. I'm just saying, no, we're going to have this matter checked. No.
Thank you very much for your
Yes,
response.
and I thank you for your consideration. We will check into this and make sure, no, because we don't get into a discussion back and forth at this time.
And like I said, if it's not resolved in 2 weeks, we'll have lots of time to file this.
Well, thank you very much for bringing it to our attention.